What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Stars of Tomorrow, an FM20 no, not FM20, FM21 series where we look at some young talent on the game and we see how Foot Manager reckons they'll get on before you guys decide to buy them yourselves. So if you're enjoying this series, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe for daily FM content on this channel in the morning and in the evening. Also down below, in the comment section, if you've got a player you want me to look at, leave as much info on them as you can. Name would help, obviously. Position, club, nationality, all that stuff will help find him. Also, in the description, there is a link to the spreadsheet which has the schedule for this series on it. That's also a place where you can check out who's been done and who's coming up to make sure our players not been requested or been completed already. You can also check out the players as well that has the list of players that have been done, not obviously future players. So, yeah, this is obviously an evening again. I do apologise, folks, but it's just that's the way it is right now. Work late evenings at work mean that I can't record all the time during the day. So, Pierre Dwomoh, Belgian. I bought it. Guys, you've got to give me some easier names. I've seen the list of players coming up, and the names are insane. So midfielder / attacking midfielder that jumps out as technique, passing, first touch and dribbling. I've got a sneaky feeling this guy could be a very good deep line playmaker. Physically, we ignore that at 16 years old because that will obviously develop in time. Mentals, though, look alright for a 16-year-old player. Very brave, determined, and a lot of flair in him. So that's cool. 16 years old, so obviously content information, there's nothing there relatively not worthy at this point. So let's jump in, guys, and let's see how much he costs and how he looks when you actually get him. Right, guys, so let's have a look at let's try and work out how much he would cost. Obviously, Man United manager, this my team, why not? Let's have a look. It's just what they asked for. £15 million they asked for. Can we get down to like 7.5? Yeah, £7.5 million. That's just me throwing things out there. I'm not really going that much negotiation. Obviously, this is on beta. It's still on beta, so bear that in mind. Things could change. I don't know if they will, but they might. But right now, you can probably get you might find if you take the profit clause out that they up the fee a bit more. That's what happened last time on FM a lot for me anyway. So yeah, let's agree a fee and then we'll look at him and assess his stats and pros and cons, that kind of thing. Right, folks, so interesting. As you can see, the work permit decision for United is on the 1st of October. So obviously we're in July, so bear that in mind if you start on this day. I did as well. So we just jumped into Genk as manager just so we can get in more in depth. So you can see here he's natural in two positions, CM and AMC. He's got 2-star current ability, 4-star potential, possibly 5-star. Let's look at his coach report here. Okay, so pros and cons. So the cons, I still have to refine his positional sense, be a Pro B level, very one-footed, must do better when it comes to marking. No, because he's not going to be a defensive player. So I wouldn't necessarily go with that one. Spirited, can play, like we said, two positions, can improve a lot. Balance and ability on the ball make him a very skillful player. Ability to dribble, obviously that's the eligibility which is tailored to each league. Technical player, and then all stuff down here is like just all stuff that applies not really to him specifically as a technical player. So yeah, I think looks like a really good player. I think he could be very, very handy. He aims attacking midfielder or advanced playmaker. Yeah, that dribbling maybe actually. I did say deep line playmaker, didn't I? Maybe that dribbling could be a lot better. Obviously, because Aeta is not available right now, I can't see his range, which makes these kind of hard to do early on because if there's a big range of potential, then that means I can maybe like do more redos if after. But 4-star potential, 5-star possible. Once the full game comes out, guys, we'll get the actual abilities on, so you know that. Ability scores and range and that kind of thing. Right, first jump, let's go. Folks, so he's still at Genk, and you can see on the screen here, his main stats at the start have all increased. This seems like he's going to be that kind of player. Though those 4 stats are going to be the main ones that increase. Mental obviously going up, physical going up as well. 16 dribbling, 15 first touch, 15 passing, 15 technique. Yep, good pace, great agility. One player trait, likes to run the goalkeeper. His development, look at it here. He's got a weak left foot, very strong right foot. So the fact he's got that trait on would mean I'd maybe play him at the AMC if you like that kind of thing. So again, that's down more to personal preference, I would say. Injuries, he's relatively injury free. A couple of knocks here that were 4 and 6 weeks, but nothing major there in my opinion. So let's have a look how we got on here. So you see here, didn't really get much first team football in the first 2 years here, but then got a bit more, got 3 goals, 3 assists, then got 5 goals, and then obviously this year is not there. So yeah, I mean, this is now a good time to buy him. What's his contract information? He's got a £19 million lease clause in his contract. Still not over expensive for a guy that I think still got good potential in him. Now at this point you may think, why do you show the potential now? Because every save's different, there's no real point in showing that. Because once I click continue, or you can continue in the game, every save's different. So at this point, if you're new to the series, we don't go into look at their ability now because every game is different. If you're a Genk manager and you play him every game at 16 years old, you might get something different out of somebody who doesn't play. You know what I mean? So it's completely different. Whack the microphone there. So yeah, I think now's the time to buy him and play him. Let's see what happens. Alright folks, he's at Fulham now. He's worth £30 million, and you can see once again his main 4 stats have improved. Apart from the first touch, I think that's still at 15 from last time. But that's kind of what I expected, and I will say now this is the second run through of this guy. It basically was the same with the first 2, so I took the decision of let's just do it. These stats were quite consistent in increasing. Good composure though. Mental stats, I love the mental stats. I love them. Maybe they'll get even better near the end. Physically, yep, not got a problem with that. His passing, his technique, his vision's 13. If that can get a bit higher, that'd be ideal for me personally. Dribbling 17. I think you want to play him through at the pitch. That kind of dribbling, you want him into the box to weave him out people, don't you really? But then again, could you play him as Mazzala? Getting forward in that area? You could do, I don't know. Again, it's all about your own personal preference at this point. So look at his development again on his player traits. He likes to run the goalkeeper still, attempts overhead kicks, and likes to beat men repeatedly. I would say with that trait on, I want him playing AMC because I don't like the idea of somebody in my centre midfield area trying to be clever and end up maybe losing the ball in a bad area at times. Like a certain French midfielder at United does occasionally. Not mentioning names, but just saying. Injury record looks alright. That's not an issue for me at all, really. Career stats, have a look. So, Genk, he got 5, and then he got 2 goals, then 6 and 3, 7 and 10 assists. Went to Fulham and got 1 and 1 in the Premier League. Oh, Fulham stayed up. Or maybe, actually, no, maybe they didn't. Could have gone down and gone up again. £17.5 million is the fee. Yeah, I think, usually sometimes I look at fees on these reviews and think to myself, that's not really realistic. But this is, I think, yeah, it's about there. I think you're looking at a guy here who in the right team could be phenomenal. Again, obviously, every case is different, so you may find he develops more in this area. But I think right now, I'd say because of his flair he has, and his overhead kicks and his dribbling ability and his pace to a degree and agility, I would want him further up the pitch. But yeah, you thought just all down to you, isn't it? So let's keep going. And now, guys, he's at Borussia Dortmund with £39 million, and again, relatively the same. The main stats on technicals are the same 4 that they were at the start. Same player traits, other than cutting himself on right wing. So somebody's been trying to play on right wing. Yeah, The fact he's only right-footed would mean I wouldn't do that, but that's just my personal preference on him. Not biography, wrong button. Injury record. Again, nothing there really worrying me massively. The career stats, have a look here. So Fulham, he got 1-1, they got 3-1, they got 2. Dortmund signed for £24.5 million, and it's just a bit weird how he seems to be more of a squad player for these two sides at the moment. He got a lot of football at Genk in the Belgian league, and he did alright there, but second Fulham got him. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Dortmund have definitely used him as a squad rotation player. Fulham tried in the first team to play him. Again, you don't know how Fulham have been managed in this save, do we? They may have relegated a few 4 times, and I don't know. I'm just trying to think of reasons why. Maybe he's not got the goal assists in the Premier League yet. But now Bundesliga, hopefully he can kick on. But yeah, I think he's good. I think he's a nice solid deal for a cheap, relatively decent fee. And again, I'd always say on these reviews, get the guys early. Sign them early. If you like what you see here, sign them early and play them. Obviously, you can't sign them all, because I think this year they said in the game that if you don't play them enough, they have the tendency now to move on. So be careful who you sign, basically. But if you like this guy, actually, with any player, get them early. Don't let the game ruin them potentially. Right, one more jump to his 32. Let's see how the stats hold up. And now, folks, he's at Napoli. And one thing I'll say, consistently, his stats have been good in the technical, or the main 4 anyway, have been good. Comes to get the ball, plays his shots as well, is impenetrable, tries tricks. There's quite a few here to look at. Look at the player traits, quite a few there. So he seems to be quite adept at adding things to his game, which, again, I don't know if you want to keep all of these, but that's your personal preference. Injury record, to have a look. I'm not too worried by this at all, really. I'm okay with that, if I'm honest. Career stats, so Dortmund, again, didn't really play him much. Go figure. Napoli got him, and same story again. Just weird. I don't understand why they think he's doing this with players. I really don't. I can't force them to play these guys, but looking at him here, £17 million-ish fee at the start of the game. 7.5 on day 1. Good technicals on the dribbling, first touch, mark, passing, and technique. The pace is good, but obviously not now. He's 32 years old. I think he's good, but again, I would stress again, if you want to sign these guys, get them early, because the game, once again, might ruin them, potentially, if you don't sign them quickly enough. But then again, like I said, the game, like someone said in the comments section, the game can't compensate for our ability to develop a player. I say we, more likely you guys. So yeah, thank you for watching, folks, and thank you for the suggestion. Next episode is already scheduled. You can see it on the schedule down below in the description. Also, in the comment section, don't forget to leave a comment on a player you would like to see featured. There's plenty of options out there now. It's basically free roam season now for these requests, because there's barely been done so far. And also, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe as well for daily FM content. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.